An insider just told me that we're about to run out of food. Another inevitability that we've been warned about so long ago. But I mean, that announcement has already been pretty much forgotten, right? The announcement from President Joe Biden. But not me though. I keep those receipts on hand so that I can remind you guys of what is coming.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real.
Yes, sir. They are going to be real. But I'm sure that some of you guys are going to say, Ron, my man, you are dead wrong because we got food right here in our local Walmart or whatever store you happen to have. Now, for you, I suggest that you think about the term shortage itself, okay? A shortage basically means that we're running out of supplies. Not that supplies are gone, right? I just had to point that out. So what happens when supplies of, well, anything runs low? Any guesses there? That's right, guys. Prices skyrocket like it's nobody's freaking business. Now, if you want a prime example of that, think about masks, all right? Now, sure, we don't wear masks in abundance now, but just imagine if you had a huge stock of it in your garage right before the health crisis. Do you think that you would have saved some money? Better yet, do you think you would have made some money if you sold them after that? Because there were places that you just couldn't even get inside without one, right? Now, I'm pretty sure y'all get the point. And with food being a necessity, it is bound to go up in price. Or wait, let me go ahead and rephrase that for you guys. It is bound to go up by a ton in pricing. There. I think that's a little bit more accurate. But before I list what foods are actually running low on supply, consider subscribing to the channel for a piece of the truth every single day, and make sure you also smash the like button because we need more people that think like us, who think beyond what we're told. People who actually live by the words of the land of the free, right? Appreciate you guys for doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys to go ahead and stock up on a boatload of all of these different items. Now, what I will tell you guys is that it would be best to pick the ones that you can actually use the most of and stock a little bit more on that. You get what I'm saying here, right? So the world has forever been changed by war, and the one that is happening to that one country, the extension of the United States. Well, it's affecting a lot of our supplies, starting with corn. Now, I am not a soda man myself. I actually pride myself in eating healthy, but did you guys know that corn is a key ingredient for soda and so many other things? It's also used for tons of other American products like chips and even salad dressing. And so bread is next on the list, and well, it's only logical, right? I mean, the war is within the breadbasket of Europe, and the country that they're fighting also produces a ton of wheat. In fact, both of them together makes up at least 20% of the world's cereal grain production.
On the Black Sea, a rare point of cooperation between two nations at war, Ukraine has shipped nearly 33 million metric tons of grain, oil, and other products since the start of the conflict, all thanks to the Black Sea Grain Initiative, once touted as a miracle in wartime.
Today, there is a beacon on the Black Sea, a beacon of hope, a beacon of possibility, a beacon of relief.
The groundbreaking deal has been renewed 3 times since its first signing, but it may not be renewed again.
That is a seriously mind-boggling number, and it's something that we really need to consider when we move forward with our purchase. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next would be oil. Now, I'm not talking about gas, all right? But cooking oil.
That sweet sizzle of French fries hitting the fryer oil is also hitting restaurant owners' bottom line. Vegetable oil, the latest product to spike in price.
We don't know if these prices are eventually going to come back down. Hopefully they do.
The next time you order a pound of chicken wings or a side of onion rings, you might notice the bill is pricier than you're used to. And that has a lot to do with the increasing costs of cooking oils worldwide.
Cooking costs have gone way up.
Ravi Rambaran, owner of the Four Crowns Hotel and Restaurant, says he used to pay $18 to $20 for 16 liters of cooking oil. And now it's around $45 for the same amount. Rambaran says food costs in general have all gone up. However, cooking oil prices have skyrocketed, and as a result, he has had to charge customers more for food that requires a dip in the deep fryer.
You know what makes this news worse? It was reported like a year ago, and still the problem with high cost and low supply has not yet been addressed. You see, that's the thing with these shortages. Don't expect supplies to disappear from the shelves. Instead, expect the prices to go up instead. And so this means that not everybody's going to have access to these supplies. Not in the long run for sure. I mean, we're going to see households price out of the grocery stores. And hey, it's not just food for us. Canned pet food is also seeing scarcity. And if you ask me, pets are pretty much a part of the family, and it would be very irresponsible to not look after their welfare as well.
Dozens of cat owners reached out to us saying it's been an issue for months, and they're fed up. They voiced those concerns today to our Jennifer Holton.
Cat owners are having trouble finding food.
This is so frustrating. I mean, we went everywhere.
Supermarkets are having trouble stocking it. But perhaps the most displeased Yep, your finicky cat.
Certain cat foods, wet and dry, is a shortage in all the stores and stuff like that.
This is what several Publix and Walmart store shelves in Tampa looked like Wednesday morning. And cat owners and rescue volunteers say it's not just in the big box stores.
I had to resort to like online orders, so like Amazon, but on Amazon it was very expensive. Normally it was like $15 for the box of her cat food. And on Amazon, it was like $26.
Manufacturers say it's due to pandemic manufacturing shutdowns and a surge in pet adoptions. An employee with PetSmart told me a lot of the companies simply cannot get the ingredients to make the canned foods. Others say the aluminum can shortage is to blame. Jessica Kelly of Cat Trap Fever traps stray cats and fixes them. She says right now feeding the 20 to 30 cats in their custody is a struggle.
Now, if you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Make sure to get your free home warranty quote. There's a link in the description down below this video, right above the links for the best online jobs to work from home. Now, to be honest with you guys, I don't want to scare you. That is not the point of these warnings. You know what I'm saying? The point is that you're aware of the truth. You're aware of what's coming. Think of it this way. What if you knew beforehand that someone was going to attack you? Be it a punch, a kick, a headbutt, whatever, right? Like, what would you do? Now, it depends on your personality, but some would block it, some would counterattack, and others would avoid the conflict altogether. And that is the beauty of getting these warnings. You can then figure out how you want to react to it, how you can handle it. However, this list does not include something that an insider let me know about. And honestly, we were warned months ago about it, and it seems like the time of reckoning is getting closer and closer, folks. So here's an early warning months ago from somebody who's actually got skin in the game when it comes to food and supplies needed for our society to keep working, aka it's a farmer.
Do you see food prices going down anytime soon?
No, we're not going to see any change in the U.S. market for food prices for Americans. You know, we imported 57% more from Brazil for beef, 12% more in Mexico. I'm telling the government and our politicians and our leaders, what are you doing? What are you doing with American grown? How are you supporting our family farmers and ranchers? And how are you supporting Americans at the grocery store? They're paying anywhere from 10 to 18% more for products. And we need to fix that. We need to fix the way American runs and how we support our family farmers and ranchers.
So here's a question, folks. Are you paying anywhere between 10 to 18% more for your groceries? Now, I'll give you time. You can open up those spreadsheets or whatever you use to track your budget, but the story will likely be the same for everybody. We're spending so much more money now for groceries compared to just a few years ago. And since I did just a little bit of research on the topic, I found out that the average cost of groceries for one person per month in Arkansas is $282.46. And if you think that's a bit on the high side, well, I got bad news for you guys. This is the lowest average cost of groceries in our entire country. Can you believe that? So yeah, I just want you guys to be awake for this one. And I didn't even talk about how a possible break in the supply chain can affect all of us, but I at least want you guys to know that it is time to prepare as best as you can, because they're not going to warn us properly. They never do. They only warn us when things are a bit too difficult to hide already. You know what I'm saying? Like, might as well go ahead and tell them, because they're going to figure it out on their own. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? And how do you plan to approach it? Make sure you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And before I go, as always, thank you guys so much for spending time with me. Thank you for dropping likes for the videos. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.